All right, let's talk about the time management secrets of the world's most productive people. And look, this isn't going to be another list of tips and tricks. We're going way deeper. We're talking about the core principles they all share. I mean, it's the ultimate question, isn't it? We all get the same 24 hours. You, me, people like Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, it's the great equalizer. So what is it? What really separates the people who build empires from, well, everyone else? And here's the big reveal right up front. The secret is not about working harder. It's not about grinding yourself into dust or trying to magically find more hours in the day. It's a fundamental mindset shift. It's about thinking smarter and completely changing how you see your time. Okay, so before we get to the solutions, let's talk about the problem. It's this thing that traps almost all of us, the busyness trap. You know what I'm talking about. It's that place where all our good intentions just seem to go to die. This right here, this is a huge one. We have to understand the difference between being busy and being productive. See, being busy is all about activity. Answering emails, jumping between meetings, just running around. But being productive, that's all about output, actually creating something of value. And the scary part is, you can be absolutely, furiously busy all day long and produce, well, nothing. And this is how most of us live our lives, right? In this state of reactive time use. Our day is basically controlled by whatever's loudest, that ping from our phone, that email flagged as urgent, or that colleague who just needs a quick minute of our time. We're not in the driver's seat at all. We're just reacting. So all this reacting, it leads to what we think is multitasking. But the cost? Wow, it is staggering. Research shows that trying to juggle multiple tasks at once can literally crater your productivity by up to 40%. Let that sink in. 40%! So what's actually going on inside our brains to cause that? Well, the culprit has a name. It's called attention residue. Think of it like this. Every time you switch from one task to another, a little piece of your brain's attention gets left behind, still stuck on that last thing you were doing. And that residue builds up, making you worse at the new task. It's wild, right? It explains why one tiny little interruption can completely wreck your focus for like the next 20 minutes. Okay, so if just reacting to everything is the problem, what's the solution? Well, it all starts with understanding what your most precious resource really is. And I'll give you a hint, it's not what you think. Take a look at this number, 1,440. Just look at it for a second. This isn't some random number I pulled out of a hat. I'd argue it's the most important number in your life, every single day. That's how many minutes are in a day. And here's the real secret sauce. The most productive people on the planet, they don't think in hours, they think in minutes. When you start seeing your day as 1,440 little blocks of time that you can never ever get back, you start to treat each one with a whole lot more respect. Think about it. You can always make more money, but you can never ever get a single one of those minutes back. And you know what's crazy? This isn't some new age productivity hack. The philosopher Seneca was talking about this 2,000 years ago. He basically said, the problem isn't that we have too little time, it's that we waste so much of it. The tools have changed, we have smartphones instead of scrolls, but our basic human tendency to waste time, yeah, that hasn't changed a bit. And that leads us to the most important mindset shift of all. You have to ask yourself, are you a time spender, just reacting and letting other people set your agenda? Or are you a time investor, intentionally designing your own day? See, the ultra-productive treat their time like money. They actively invest it in things that are going to give them the highest possible return. So the big question is, how do you actually become a time investor? Well, it's not as complicated as it sounds. It really comes down to a simple, practical framework built on 3 powerful pillars. And honestly, these 3 pillars are the foundation of pretty much every effective time management system I've ever come across. They are 1, prioritize ruthlessly, 2, control your calendar, and 3, protect your focus. So let's break down what each of those actually means. All right, pillar number 1, prioritize ruthlessly. And when I say ruthlessly, I don't mean being a jerk to people. I mean being brutally, unflinchingly honest with yourself about which activities actually move the needle and create real results. And the absolute best tool for this is something called the Pareto Principle. You've probably heard of it as the 80-20 rule. It's this wild idea that in almost anything you do, roughly 80% of your results come from just 20% of your effort. Your entire job is to figure out what that vital 20% is and then pour all your energy into that. And here is the perfect tool to help you do that, the Eisenhower Matrix. Now, most of us spend our days stuck in quadrant 1, fighting urgent fires, and quadrant 3, dealing with stuff that's urgent for other people but not really for us. The game changer, where the ultra-productive live, is quadrant 2. This is the important stuff that's not yet urgent. This is where you do your deep thinking, your planning, your skill building. This is where real progress actually happens. And that leads us perfectly into the second pillar. Because once you know what's important, once you've identified your quadrant 2 tasks, you have to actually make time for them. And that means you have to take absolute total control of your calendar. Okay, here's a little secret for you, maybe a bit controversial. Really, really successful people don't use to-do lists. Why not? Because a to-do list is it's a list of wishes. It's a list of anxieties with no real plan attached. A time-blocked calendar, though, that's a commitment. You're not just saying you hope to do something. You're making an appointment with yourself and deciding exactly when you will do it. The rule is simple. If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist. Okay, and that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, pillar number 3. So you've figured out what's important, you've put it on your calendar, now you actually have to do the work. And to do it well, you have to create the right conditions. You have to protect your focus. And this right here, this is arguably the most valuable skill of the 21st century. It's called deep work. It's the ability to focus, like truly focus without distraction on a tough task, pushing your brain to its limits. This is where the magic happens. This is where breakthroughs are made. It's that state of flow that you can never get to if you're constantly checking your email and jumping between tasks. So there you have it. We've talked about the mindset shift, the traps to avoid, and the 3 pillars to build on. But before we wrap up, let's just zoom out for a second. Because the real goal here, it's not just about ticking more boxes off a list. And I really want to be clear about this. None of these techniques are about turning you into some kind of productivity machine. It's the exact opposite. It's about being so efficient and intentional with your work that you create more time and mental space for the things that actually matter. Your family, your health, your hobbies, or even just rest. And so that leaves us with the final and really the most important question of all. The question isn't, how can I get more done? The real question is this: what in my life matters enough to deserve my 1,440 finite, precious, non-renewable minutes each day? And that's the only question you really have to answer.